morning, Sarah Austin. Thanks for coming in and meeting with me this morning.
Good morning.
So you know the reason why you're here is to do an intake, and that means we have some paperwork that we have to fill out together. Just a couple of forms. Some of it's more tedious than others, but we'll get through it. And if you have any questions at any time, just feel free to stop me and ask your questions, and I'll answer them to the best of my ability. And if you have any questions that I'm not able to answer, I can get back to you with the answers. Does that sound fair?
That does.
All right. So we're going to start with the adult contact information. I've given you copies of everything that we're filling out. You don't have to do it. I'll fill it out for you. So we're just going to talk through this together.
Okay.
All right. So I do know your name, just Sarah
Yes.
Austin, Austin, right?
Yes.
And today's date, well, it's Valentine's Day.
It is.
Is this your legal name? Do you have another name that you go by?
Nope, that's the only name that I have.
Okay. Can you give me your address? 32 College Avenue?
Yes.
Was that right here in Waterville?
Apartment 204.
Okay.
And yes, that's in Waterville.
All right. You are a female.
I am.
Okay. And your birthday?
February 25th, 1980.
Your birthday's coming right up.
It is.
Nice. How about insurance information? Do you have main care or another form of,
I do have Medicare.
okay, do you have your main care card with you?
I don't.
Oh, okay. So I'll just get that from you.
Yeah.
Maybe next time we meet, or I can give you a call later on.
Yeah, I can get that.
Okay. But you do have insurance.
I do.
So your main care is your primary. Do you have any other type of insurance?
I have Medicare as well.
Medicare as well. And I'll just get that from you too when I call or when we meet again.
Yes.
All right, so here we're asking for contact information. Do you have a home phone number?
I do. It's 207-680-2592.
Work number?
207. Oh, sorry. I have a cell phone. I don't have a work number.
Oh, that's okay. Is that 207?
Yes.
Okay.
692-4610.
All right. So on these phone numbers, is it okay to leave a message
Yes.
on both of them?
Yes.
Okay. And of the two, which one's your primary number?
I have my cell phone with me most often.
Okay. Marital status. Sarah, are you married?
I am not.
Are you single, divorced, or living as married?
I'd say living as married.
Okay. How many years would you say?
19.
All right. They're asking for your spouse's or your partner's name.
His name is Christopher. Ham, and it's H-A-M.
Okay. And if we're unable to reach you at your phone number, can we call him?
Yes.
And do you know his phone number right off the top of your head?
I do. It's 399-0382.
All right. So now we're going to talk about employment. Do you have a job?
I do.
You do. Okay. And are you using EAP?
I am not.
Okay. And can you tell me the name of the place where you work?
I work for alternative services.
Emergency contact information. So if there's an emergency, who would you like us to contact on your behalf?
Chris?
Is that Christopher Ham?
It is.
Okay. And he's at the same address as you are?
He is.
Okay. And we have his phone number here. And he is your spouse or partner? What would
I guess we'd say partner.
Okay.
We're not legally married.
Okay, so now we're going to ask about some, about your primary care physician. Do you have a doctor?
I do. Dr. Bajpai.
B-A-J.
P-A-I.
P-A-I. Do you know his address?
He's on Kennedy Memorial. I think it's 246 Kennedy Memorial Drive.
I think it is too. So that's right here in Waterville.
That is. I do not know his phone number though.
That's okay. We can get that later on as well as the fax number.
Okay.
Okay. And did someone refer you to us?
It was just word of mouth.
Word of mouth. All right, so I think that's the end of our first form we need to fill out. Next is a 4-page document, and this is pretty comprehensive, so bear with me. We'll get through this as quickly and painlessly as possible.
Okay.
So we do know, I don't need to ask you, we've already established that you are Sarah Austin.
Yes.
So what's the problem that brought you here today?
Racing thoughts and a lot of anxiety.
Is there anything else?
It's just some, I guess, just thinking back on things that have happened in the past. So,
Okay. All right. So I'm going to name off different symptoms, and you can just say yes or no.
Okay.
So the first one is distractibility,
yes.
hyperactivity,
No.
impulsivity,
Yes.
boredom,
Yes.
poor memory or confusion,
Sometimes.
seasonal mood changes.
Sort of. Yeah.
Okay.
Winter's awful.
Yeah. Winters are long and mean, aren't they?
They are.
Sadness or depression,
Not really.
loss of pleasure or interest,
No.
hopelessness,
No.
thoughts of death,
No.
self-harm behaviors,
No.
crying spells,
Yes.
loneliness,
Sometimes.
low self-worth,
No.
guilt or shame,
No.
fatigue,
Yes.
okay, change in appetite,
Yes.
lack of motivation,
No.
withdrawal from people,
No.
anxiety or worry,
Yes.
panic attacks,
Yes.
fear away from home. So I guess this means when you're away from home, there's some fear associated with that.
Sometimes.
Social discomfort,
Sometimes.
obsessive thoughts,
Sometimes.
compulsive behavior,
No.
aggression or fight,
No.
frequent arguments,
No.
irritability or anger,
Sometimes.
homicidal thoughts,
No.
flashbacks,
Yes.
hearing voices,
No.
visual hallucinations,
No.
suspicion or paranoia,
No.
racing thoughts,
Yes.
excessive energy,
Sometimes.
wide mood swings,
Yes.
sleep problems,
Yes.
nightmares,
No.
eating problems,
No.
gambling problems,
No.
computer addiction,
No.
problems with pornography,
No.
parenting problems,
No.
sexual problems,
No.
relationship problems,
Doesn't every relationship have problems?
probably, yeah, work or school problems,
No.
how about alcohol or drug use,
No.
reoccurring or disturbing memories.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Okay. So, besides all of those things that we just named off, is there anything else you can think of to add to that?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. So, more yes or no questions. Are your problems affecting any of the following? Handling everyday tasks,
Sometimes.
work or school,
Sometimes.
recreational activities,
Sometimes.
self-esteem,
No, not really.
okay, housing,
No.
sexual activity,
No.
relationships,
Sometimes.
legal matters,
No.
health,
Yes.
hygiene,
No.
and finances.
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever had thoughts, made statements, or attempted to hurt yourself?
No.
Have you ever had thoughts, made statements, or attempts to hurt someone else?
No.
Have you recently been physically hurt or threatened by someone?
No.
Have you gambled in the past 6 months?
No.
Okay. All right, that's page 1. We're getting there. All right, on this page, we're gonna ask about family members, their names, age, and the type of relationship you have with them. So you can say good, bad, other. You can also choose to pass if you don't want to talk about the relationships that you have with people.
Okay.
All right, so we're asking first about your mother's name.
Her name is Kim.
Is that Austin?
No, it's Saulnier. Saulnier.
And how old is she?
59.
And the quality of your relationship.
It's very good.
Okay. How about your father?
His name is Rex Austin.
And how old is he?
I don't actually know that.
Okay. And your quality of relationship?
Not really there.
Okay. Do you have a stepmother?
He lives with somebody. Her name is Lynn.
Okay. Do you know how old she is?
I don't.
And how about the relationship you have with her?
I don't really have one.
Okay. How about stepfather?
His name is Jeff.
Okay.
Saulnier. But he's passed away.
Okay. When he was with you, did you get along good?
It was a good relationship.
And how about siblings?
I have more siblings than you have lines.
Okay. We could just summarize. Do you have good relationships with your siblings?
I have a couple that I don't know very well.
Mhm.
I've seen them like once or twice in our lifetime.
Okay.
But for the most part, yes, I do.
Okay. And are they older than you or younger than you?
I'm the oldest. They're all younger.
Okay.
But there's 9 of them.
Okay. All right. Spouse or partner. We know that your partner is Christopher.
Mm-hmm.
tell me how old he is?
He is 38.
38. And how would you say your relationship with him is?
It's great.
All right. And do you have children?
We do not.
All right. So moving on, gonna list some mental health problems that either you or someone in your family might have. And if the answer is yes, I'd just like to have you tell me who in your family has that problem.
Okay.
So hyperactivity.
One of my younger brothers, Hunter.
Okay. Sexual abused or sexually abused.
My younger sister, one of my sisters, Kristen.
Okay. Depression.
My mom.
Okay. How about manic depression?
No.
Suicide.
No.
Anxiety.
Myself.
Okay. Panic attacks.
Myself.
Obsessive compulsive.
I want to say one of the oldest of my brothers, Jesse.
Anger or abusive.
Jesse has some anger issues.
Okay. How about schizophrenia?
No. Oh, my stepfather had schizophrenia.
Oh, okay. Was that Jeff?
Yes.
Okay. Eating disorders.
No.
Alcohol abuse.
My stepfather before, he had been sober for years, but he did have a history of it.
Jeff? Or
Yes.
Okay. Jeff, I'm just going to write recovery. And drug abuse.
Both Jesse and Kristen.
All right. Are your parents legally married or living together? Well, I know that.
No.
Right. Mother remarried?
Yes.
Number of times?
Twice.
Okay.
I had to stop and think about that.
And father remarried?
Twice.
Okay. So, again with the list, I'm going to name off different types of trauma that you may have experienced. Just yes or no is fine.
Okay.
Emotional abuse?
No.
Sexual abuse?
No.
Physical abuse?
No.
Parent substance abuse?
No.
Teen pregnancy?
Nope.
Neglect?
No.
Violence in the home?
No.
Crime victim?
No.
Parent illness?
Yes.
Placed a child for adoption?
No.
Lived in a foster home?
No.
Multiple family moves?
There was a couple.
Okay. Homelessness?
No.
Loss of a loved one?
Yes.
And financial problems?
Yeah.
So, parent illness, I'm assuming that we're talking about your stepfather who died.
My mother as well. She's had a couple of things where biopsies have come back where they thought that it might be cancerous. And then she had some jaundice going on that they were trying to figure out for a while. They think that it was a virus that caused that.
Okay. Question. And what was that?
She had some
What-
jaundice,
jaundice.
that was caused from a virus that she had. And my biological father
Okay.
had part of his liver removed. And that was another one. He was alcoholic.
Okay. 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 And your stepfather?
My stepfather passed away from lung cancer.
Okay. Thank you for sharing those things with me. Now we're asking about previous mental health treatment. So before coming here today, have you had any kind of outpatient counseling?
Yes.
And when would that have been?
Oh, probably back in like 2012.
Okay. And do you know who the provider was, the name of the program that you were involved in?
It was with Mayo Counseling.
Okay. And the reason that you were seeking treatment there?
There was just a lot of things going on with, we actually had lost my grandmother as to cancer, as well as my stepfather had just been diagnosed, so there was just a lot going on at that time.
Okay. How about medication?
Yes.
Is that currently or previously?
Currently?
Okay. And who do you have your medication prescribed by?
Main General.
Okay. And can you tell me the reason for your medication?
The anxiety and the racing thoughts.
Have you had a psychiatric hospitalization?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell me when?
I don't remember the date.
Okay, a couple of years ago, more recent than that?
Yeah.
Okay. And where was that at?
That was at Acadia.
And what for?
I was manic and not sleeping, so they were trying to get things under control there.
Okay. Have you had drug or alcohol treatment?
No.
Okay. Or self-help or support groups?
No.
Okay. All right. Moving on. Substance use history. More yes or no? Tobacco?
Yes.
How often?
And that was in the past.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. This is within the last 6 months. So tobacco use within the last 6 months?
No.
Or currently? Okay. Caffeine?
Yes.
How often?
Whenever I feel like it.
So at least daily.
Yes.
Okay. And how much would you say that you're drinking?
At least one large cup a day.
Okay. Okay. So and that's currently okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, when I ask if you say yes, I'm going to ask you if that's current or past use.
Okay.
Okay. So back to tobacco.
I have in the past.
Okay.
It was daily,
daily?
and probably 2 packs a day.
Wow, and you were able to quit. That's great. Good for you. It's not an easy thing to do.
It was not fun.
So how about alcohol?
I currently,
Okay. And how often would you say?
maybe once a month.
And when you do drink alcohol, how much would you say you consume?
1 or 2
1 or 2
glasses.
glasses? Marijuana?
No.
Cocaine or crack?
No.
Ecstasy?
No.
Heroin?
No.
Inhalants?
No.
Methamphetamines?
No.
Painkillers?
Only when they're prescribed.
In the last 6 months?
No.
I'm just gonna write when they're prescribed, and is that
I've broken bones, so they've prescribed the pain meds for
Okay.
that. I'm a klutz.
okay? Okay, how about PCP or LSD?
No.
Steroids?
Yes.
Okay. Is that currently within the last 6 months or in the past?
Currently,
Okay. And how often?
when I need them for, they have them prescribed for hives.
Okay. So how many times a day would you say?
It's once a day.
Daily. Prescribed to treat illness.
Yeah, the prescription.
And how about tranquilizers?
No.
Okay. So, have you had withdrawal symptoms when trying to stop using any substance?
A little with the tobacco. I get kind of irritable.
All right. Have you ever had problems with work, relationships, health, or the law due to your substance use?
No.
Medical information. Do you know when the last physical exam was that you had?
Monday.
Okay, and that would have
The
been
11th.
the 11th. All right. Well, that's handy. Have you experienced any of the following medical conditions during your lifetime? Allergies,
Yes.
chronic pain,
No.
dizziness or fainting,
No.
high fevers,
No.
sexually transmitted diseases,
No.
asthma,
No.
surgery,
Yes.
meningitis,
No.
diabetes,
No.
abortion,
No.
headaches,
Yes.
seizures,
No.
serious accident,
Broken bones.
call that serious accident, sure, hearing problems,
No.
sleep disorder,
I have difficulty with sleeping.
stomach aches,
Yes.
head injury,
No.
vision problems,
No.
miscarriage,
No.
other.
No.
Okay, so you currently have trouble sleeping.
I do. And allergies.
Okay. When we talked earlier about medications, can you tell me what medications you're taking?
I have birth control.
Okay. Do you know what the dosage is?
I think it's 0.35 milligrams.
Just one of the little pills from the pack
Yep.
daily. Okay. Do you know the day that it was first prescribed? You can tell me the year or the closest.
I was like 18, so
Yeah.
it was back. I was actually earlier than that. Oh goodness. How old, like what year was it when I was 16? 96? 1996.
I'm just gonna put 20 plus years.
Yeah,
Does that
that
sound
works.
fair? And do you happen to know who it was prescribed by? Or who's,
No, I couldn't tell you.
or who is currently prescribing it for you?
Currently Dr. Bajpai.
Okay. Anything else?
Allergy medication, Plaquenil. Quenil.
Okay. And the dosage?
200 milligrams.
Is that daily?
Yeah, it's twice a day.
Okay. And how long has that been prescribed?
That I've been on for 6 years.
Okay, so let's see, 2013?
Yeah.
And do you know who prescribes it?
Dr. Wilson.
Okay. Anything else you want to add to that?
No. They had me on medication for anxiety, but that isn't working, so it's gone.
Okay. How about current over-the-counter medications? Anything you take, like Tylenol or?
I have Tylenol. Oh, I do have I have a prescription for prednisone to use if I need it for allergies.
Okay. Do you know the dose?
20 milligrams.
Is that daily?
As needed, PRN.
All
And
right.
that's Dr. Wilson.
All right. And how long has that been prescribed to you?
6 years.
2013. Yeah. Okay. Do you have any allergies or adverse reactions to medications?
Yes.
Okay. So, which medications?
I can't take penicillin.
Okay. Anything else?
Oh, there is. Why can't I remember that? I shellfish. I have allergies to shellfish. And Keflex.
Can you spell that for me?
Keflex.
All right. Okay. Is that
Also can't take singular.
singular? All right. If you think of anything else later, feel free to give me a call.
Okay.
That's important. We don't want you to have an allergic reaction while you're in our care. All right, interpersonal, social, and cultural information. And just by the way, this is the last page of this form, so we're almost through with this.
Okay.
Please describe your social support network. Do you have family,
Yes.
neighbors?
Yes.
And these are all people that you consider social support.
Yes.
All right, friends,
Yes.
students,
No.
co-workers,
Yes.
support or self-help groups,
No.
community group,
No.
religious or spiritual center.
No.
Okay. To which cultural or ethnic group do you belong?
Don't really put myself into one.
Okay. If you are experiencing any difficulties due to cultural or ethnic issues, please describe. So,
I don't think I am.
Okay. How important are spiritual matters to you? Not at all, little, somewhat, or very much?
Somewhat.
Would you like spiritual religious beliefs to be incorporated in your counseling?
No.
Okay. Please describe your strengths, skills, and talents.
I like to knit.
Okay.
And paint.
Okay.
And I always have trouble with like the strengths issue, like strengths and skills.
Yeah, you don't think too much about your own strengths or talents. What about, do you play a instrument or?
I
You
did when I was
sing?
in high school.
Yeah.
I do not sing. You don't want to hear that.
Okay.
When I was in high school, I played trumpet.
Okay.
and I've started getting more into physical fitness.
Ooh. Okay. Describe any special interests or areas of interest or hobbies like arts, books, physical fitness, etc.
So I guess you would put that the knitting.
Yep.
I do crochet as well.
All right.
And painting would go into there.
Okay. Anything else you want to add to that?
Like the garden.
Oh. Okay. All right, so just a little bit of miscellaneous information. Employment, you know what, we talked about that on the first form we filled out, so I think I can fill out most of this after we're done here. It does ask how long you've been in this position.
4 years.
You know what, I didn't ask what your position was at Alternative Services.
Case manager.
Case manager. What would you say the stress level of this position is? Low, medium, or high?
Hi.
Okay. And other jobs that you have held?
I have worked in residential care.
Okay.
I've also worked for Rite Aid as one of their cashiers.
Oh.
That was when I was in college.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to add?
No.
Okay. Are you currently attending school?
No.
And what is the highest grade you completed? High school?
I did complete high school.
All right. Associate degree, undergraduate, or graduate degree?
I went to college, but I didn't finish.
Okay. Okay. In what year did you graduate high school?
98.
Okay. Military service. Have you been or are you currently in the military?
No.
All right. So, it looks like we can skip the rest of that section. Just one more thing on this page. Have you ever been convicted of a misdemeanor or felony?
No. I wouldn't have the job I have if I had.
Are you currently involved in any divorce or child custody proceedings?
No.
All right, so that's the end of that. Just 2 more pages, and these are quick. We have a questionnaire and then just a page acknowledging the rights
Okay.
and other documents we've reviewed today. So I'm going to ask the questions, and you're going to tell me never, hardly ever, sometimes, often, or very often. Feel unhappy or sad.
Sometimes.
Have little or no energy.
Sometimes.
Have a hard time getting along with family, friends, or coworkers.
Hardly ever.
Feeling hopeless about the future.
Never.
Have a hard time paying attention.
Sometimes.
Feel unproductive at work or other daily activities.
I mean, sometimes. There's some days you just don't feel like you've gotten as much done.
Yeah. Feel tense or nervous.
Sometimes.
Have problems with sleep. Too much or too little.
Sometimes.
Feel lonely.
Hardly ever.
Think about harming yourself.
No.
Have someone express concerns about your alcohol or drug use.
Never.
Have more than 5 drinks of alcohol at one time.
Hardly ever.
Have a problem at work, school, or home because of drug or alcohol use.
No.
Okay, so one section left here. The answers are going to be true, almost true, unsure, almost false, or false. I feel that we talked about the things that were important to me.
True.
I felt that the therapist liked and understood me.
True.
I felt that the session was helpful.
True.
I felt confident that the therapist and I worked well together.
True.
All right. So this last page, I am going to ask you to initial for me the informed consents, the documentation that we reviewed before we started running the video. This is just asking if I gave you this information, if I offered this information to you, and if you understand.
Okay.
So the informed consent, I have read and understand the risks and benefits related to treatment and evaluation at Western Psychological and Counseling Services, Western. I consent to receive mental health services by Western. Any questions I have regarding these have been answered. Rights and responsibilities. I have reviewed and understand my rights and responsibilities for receiving services at Western. This includes complaints, fees, no-show cancellation policies, and my rights. I have a copy of these rights and responsibilities. Any questions on these have been answered. Notice of privacy practices. I have reviewed Western's privacy practices. This includes privacy and exceptions to confidentiality. Any questions I have regarding these practices have been answered. I have a copy of these policies. I understand that Western will share basic information with primary care providers unless I ask to restrict this disclosure.
Okay.
Financial, if I cancel within 24 hours or do not show for an appointment, I will pay $55, OHP and general fund accepted. I am the financial guarantor, meaning I will be responsible for payment of co-pays, co-insurance, deductibles, and fees for services not covered by a plan or EAP.
Okay.
And last, advanced directives. I would like more information on how to make a medical advanced directive, yes or no?
No.
I would like more information about how to make a mental health advanced directive called a Declaration of Mental Health Treatment. Actually, that's for Oregon only, so that doesn't apply to us. So last, I just need to have you print your name.